you right now. So we're gonna see what happens. Do 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 do. Oh God.
People blowing you up.
Yeah, because they're like, "Where's the link?" I'm like, "It should be there."
Oh, Jeff Miller's live.
Oh, thank God it worked. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was super concerned. Okay. All right, so let me just mute all this stuff. Awesome. Here we go. So you can see us live, right? There we go.
Yep.
All right, cool. Nikos is here. We've already got reactions from people. Oh, thank God. I was super worried. I think what happened is I changed the Facebook group from like Facebook from ad agency scaling secrets to Facebook ad agency scaling secrets. Like people goofed up, whatever. But I'm super psyched that we're here. We're here with Jamie Eldridge. Jamie has gone from, I guess, I don't know if you want to start off like with a mattress background or like before that. But the reason why he's here is because he got literally 100 real life students coming into his dad's martial arts studio and took it from like losing money to like a brand new location, right? It's like something along those lines, right?
Yep. Just so you not anybody's counting. It was 100. I think it's like 153 now. So not that it matters that much. But, I mean, 153 new contracts at $100 to $150 a month somewhere in there that's life altering.
That's absolutely insane. And like when you say 153, you don't mean like leads or text message. You mean like people came in and paid money.
No, I mean like I'm talking about contracts. So when someone joins a martial arts school, typically they sign a contract saying, "Hey, I'm going to pay you this much money for the next 6 months," and basically 150. When I don't ever count like intro programs, because the reality is most martial arts schools want to. Like most martial arts schools, when they say how many new students did you get, they don't care about intro because you get tons of new
like
people.
The free week or whatever, those don't count.
Yeah. The free week, whatever. Those don't count. I'm talking 153 contracts, people paying monthly, paying testing fees, everything.
That's super awesome. Well, let me just say hi to everybody because that's like a super awesome story. So Nikos is here, Phil Naylor is here, George Mojica is here. Everybody say hi, say what's up, let us know where you're from. If you're watching this replay, do #replay. I stole it from Andrew Crozy, by the way, because this is going to be one of those like moments when you're watching a video and you go like, oh my God, I can take action on this today, right now, because Jamie was literally where we were. I think a year ago is when you started your Facebook ads journey, right?
Yeah. Just about somewhere right in here.
Close to that, right? We've got Jay Sherman. We've got like 20 viewers. Super cool. Joshua Cahill. This is super awesome. So yeah, I'm super psyched to have like Jamie on the phone. Did we want to go over like what you did before you launched your Facebook ads? Like I know it was your dad's studio, but you had a mattress store or something like that, right?
Well, I still have the mattress store. Right. That's the money's too easy not to own a mattress store. Just to be quite honest, everyone needs a mattress.
Everybody.
So I still own the mattress store, but definitely moving more into digital entrepreneurship. I'd much rather sit at my computer, be at home with the wife and kids than being tied to a brick and mortar business.
How did you? I remember you telling me that you like got mattress appointments by using a Facebook bot or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you sit the back and people were just like scheduling like times to come in and buy a mattress, right?
So I do everything backwards compared to a normal retail mattress store.
Actually, I do everything backwards.
I do. Like I operate 100% by appointment only. I have no employees. So like right now, like I got people like right now scheduling appointments right now to come buy a mattress. I sell them on a first come, first serve basis. I do everything completely backwards. But basically I had so many people messaging me constantly at like 1 and 2 in the morning and all throughout the day. I was like, all these guys are building bots. I got to figure out how the hell to automate this shit. Cause I cannot keep up with these people, and people are like, mattresses, really? You sell that many? I was like, yeah, dude, I sell like 150, 200 beds a month. Like it's a lot of mattresses. Yeah. So basically I set up this bot, put in an auto scheduler. And basically, people go in, schedule appointments, and I don't got to talk to nobody anymore. It's the best thing ever.
That's like the coolest thing, because I think as marketers, we always try to like, oh, get more leads, be interactive. Like we're trying to take care of the front end when it comes to bots. But
Yeah.
the whole undiscovered country of like time savings, of automation, of saying this is how we're going to stop you from like spending 90% of your day fielding calls. When would you like to come in? Blah blah blah. And that's how you've taken your mattress from like taking too much time to like. I mean, how much time do you spend managing appointments now? Near zero, right? They do it all through the bot.
I pretty much just show up. I have it set up to where it texts them an option to reschedule. It texts them 3 times, because the reality is with appointments, people just don't show up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so text them 3 times, 24 hours or 4 times. Sorry, 24 hours in advance, 3 hours, 1 hour, half an hour. I'm sure it's so annoying, but I don't give a damn.
Is that like Acuity, Calendly type thing, or is that like some different stuff?
It's schedule once.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass to set up, but it was awesome once I figured it out.
That's absolutely fantastic. So are you running like Facebook ad traffic, or how are you generating people to interact?
So everyone's going to be like, you're going to screw up your Facebook. This is what I do. So I run an ad, and basically I run an ad, and it just, on the picture, it's got a picture of mattresses. It says, need a mattress,
right.
Comment, go.
Right.
And they comment, go, and it hits them into the bot, and then they go through it. And if they want to schedule an appointment, great. If they don't, they push not yet. And then I hit them back a month later.
Beautiful. So you have no follow-up to do. You have no phone calls to field. Nope. They schedule when they want. They reschedule. You just show up and then sell a mattress.
Yeah, I would say my phone calls have reduced because the reality is I ran my business without the bot for 2 years.
Yeah.
So there's still so many people out there have my phone number. So there's still, the past year that I've been running the bot, or however long I've had it now, I forget, 6-8 months. So I still get phone calls, but not nearly what I used to.
Yeah. So you're taking this kind of like, so you ran your mattress store like a normal brick and mortar, which is you're doing everything, right?
Correct. Still by appointment only, still all that, the same.
Yeah. So did you have employees, or it was just like you in the back?
Just me. Just me.
You're getting a bunch of calls. You're like, there's got to be a better way. I got to grow, and I can't deal with all the crap that comes with it.
Well, I'm getting 30 calls a day or more.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just like you're constantly on the phone. That's not counting the text messages.
Right.
Because we live in a text message, like society now. Everyone wants a text.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's fine. But how much is a queen size pillow top? How much is a king size pillow top? It's like, oh my gosh, I can't even.
And that doesn't take care, even think about like all the backlog of you didn't follow up type things.
Exactly.
So you took 30 phone calls, essentially said, I can't do this anymore, not growing. How can you use Facebook bots? And you said, I'm going to use it to automate the back end. And so, yeah, you're running like ads and traffic, comment, go, but it goes to a bot that schedules, that reminds them. And then you've got social proof, like go, 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 all the way down.
Correct. Yeah. If I pulled up the ad right now, I think it's like, let me look real quick.
And that's an engagement ad or something like that?
Yeah, just engagement. So 45 shares. So here's like the photo.
That's it.
Here's the photo. Comment, go. Very simple. Okay. And then you can see, you can see go, 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 go. And you can yeah. So I don't have to talk to nobody. It's great.
If anybody's watching us, they have zero excuse not to go to a mattress company and say, can I make an extra $1,000? Oh my God. That is nuts.
Yep.
Super cool. So if anybody liked that secret that he just shared about how to sell beds with bots, that's a cool course, right? You could sell it to mattress companies.
Yeah.
Leave comments saying awesome and things like that. This really helps to keep us moving. And I like Nico saying like KISS, like keep it simple, stupid. Very often as marketers, we get excited about A/B testing and split testing the photo. And it's like, no, just comment and let the bot take care of it. So that's super cool. Let me just go down the comments. Brett says, what's up from the Philippines? Matt says, sent you a message. Samuel Quigley's from Ireland. We got Nico's Sean Kang, who's out in New York, I think, is apparently going to a mattress store today, right now, which is super cool. Congratulations, way to take action. And Slawik says he knows someone who owns a mattress store. So Slawik, say thank you to Jamie because he's going to make you an extra $1,000 a month real fast.
If you have any questions about mattress stores, I've been doing it almost 3 years. I can give you the nitty gritty.
Perfect.
Let me tell you something. They make more money than they want to put on. Trust me.
Oh yeah, mattresses are like secret $1 million companies. Like,
yep,
anybody can do one.
That's why they pop up on every corner.
I see it. There's one intersection, then there's like one at each corner. I'm like,
yep.
How does that happen? It's like Starbucks.
Because they sell 5 beds a week and make $20,000 a month, $20,000 a week. You know what I mean? I don't make that much on my beds just because I do things a little differently. But I sell more than that. They'll sell 15 beds a month. I'll sell 100.
Right.
But I make just as.
And you don't have any phone calls, and everybody reschedules and knows the pricing before they come in.
Well, I don't have people that just come. I don't have people that just walk in my door.
Right.
Like when people, you don't schedule an appointment to go look at beds. You schedule an appointment to go buy beds. And if I think they're coming to look, then I'm like, so were you looking to, I'll even ask them this. I'll say, if I think they're just coming to look, I'll say, now, were you going to take one with you or were you going to need delivery?
Right. Like you're assuming the sale.
Yeah, and then they'll say, "Oh, well, we're just coming to look." Okay, well, everything is sold on a first come, first served basis. So let's go ahead and reschedule an appointment for when you're ready to purchase one.
Right.
So then I don't have to deal with them.
Right. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. And then the bot implies that, right?
Correct.
Pretty cool.
Correct.
Derek says, "I've always wondered if mattress stores are Monday laundering." That's hilarious.
Yeah, they stuff the. I mean,
just stuffing money in the mattress. That's
yeah.
But so anybody watching this, stay tuned to the end because Jamie has volunteered a really cool giveaway at the end. So where you're going to get personal one-on-one time to all that fun stuff. So stay till the end for that. But if there's any questions or comments about the mattress process and how he's used bots to cut the time, cut the follow-up, get people commenting and buying, leave a comment in there. We're going to go to the end. But in the meantime, though, let's talk about how you saved your dad's business going from almost losing money, almost in the process of going bankrupt, to doubling and a half, from 100 to 250, brand new location, the sales strategies. And what was it that one trick that you did to the $5 extra to make it an even 20 type process? So if you just
Yeah. So there was kind of the backstory. So I used to work for my dad. I actually started martial arts when I was 8 years old, and when I was halfway through my training to black belt, my dad joined, and I'd been wanting him to join. So, but my goal.
Wait, so did you spar with your dad and all that?
At times, yeah, and I kicked him right in the head. He wasn't as flexible as me as a young whippersnapper, So, anyways, yeah. So when we were 12 years old, my dad's my same age. When I was 12 years old, my dad, my brother, and I moved to central India, or for northern Indiana, right in the middle, and opened a martial arts school, and it did amazing. Literally, I mean, it was 1 to 100 students. Like that, and 100 students inside of a martial arts school is kind of it's kind of a martial artist dream. If we can get to 100, 125 students, they're like, man, I'm doing great, So that's kind of the magic number. 200 is I wish, that's kind of the I wish mark.
Yeah.
When you start getting above that, so anyways. I worked for him for quite a while, and then got offered a job in another town at a much larger school. And I knew it was a lifetime opportunity. And so I told my dad, "Hey, I'm leaving your school and going to another school that's going to pay." Yeah. I mean, they're going to pay me more. And I mean, they had, 300 students, and I knew that my training as far as inside of a martial arts school, was going to grow exponentially inside that school. These people are well known inside the industry. I mean, there's a super show, there's a funnel hacking live for funnel hackers. There's a martial arts super show in Vegas every year, and this lady that owns it spoke at this school.
Gotcha.
Or spoke at this big convention. I mean, thousands and thousands of martial artists go to this, and she's a lot of times is one of the keynote main speakers. Yeah. So I knew it was an opportunity that I could not pass up. So started working for her, was there for 2 years, and then we just had, to be quite honest, we had a falling out, And I left and started doing some other thing, bounced around from job to job, fell into the mattress thing. And then I was, what happened was my personal business was doing so well with just basic Facebook ads, just the engagement, not the boost button. I did go back at the back end. I don't do that, but said that I was doing so well that my dad was like, "Hey, would you be willing to do this?" And I'm just like, "No, I do it for my own business. I don't have time, blah, blah, blah." Well, I started watching him to where he's like, literally to the point to where he's got no money to do anything.
Right.
He's slowly sinking. He's like, "I don't know how much longer I'm keeping my doors open." And he's like, "Would you please run this? I know you're good at it." And then I had other martial arts school owners that I know just from being in the industry so long. They're like, "Hey, we know you're doing really well with your mattress store. Is this something you do with Facebook, or can you give us some advice?" So I started looking into Facebook ads a little bit. And of course, all the, I was like, man, I don't know what the best way to do this is. And then I saw a course, bought the course. I'm assuming it's the same one you bought.
Yeah.
And yeah. And so then that's how you and I met.
Yep.
And I started running ads for my dad. And in his first month, I just started doing basic 2-step funnel, nothing fancy. The first one we ran was this is the first one. This is the one that most like marketers want to do, but I actually suggest against it because it's going to hurt. It's actually going to hurt your school that you're working for or whatever, martial arts, whatever. Inside the fitness industry. Yeah, the free trial. Don't do the free trial.
It's terrible. Free. I hate
do free. Not. You're going to get every. I got to be careful what I say because I know this is going to. You're going to get everybody and their mama coming in and wanting the free trial, and then they have no money.
Yep.
And that's. I mean, you could send. It doesn't matter. You send 300 leads a month to whatever, but if these aren't somewhat qualified leads, So I figured that out the first month. Thank God my dad still got 26 new students in his first month, because he was like, this is the great. I mean, he still thought it was the greatest thing. I mean, he had all these free trials. I mean, he had 60 new people in his first month or more.
So he was jumping up and down, even though it's not like free is bad. He was so low that it's like even anything is great, right?
Correct. So he's got a floor full of people, and crowd effect is going on. So you got all these brand new people, and and other people are coming in. They're like, "Oh my gosh, we got to do this." All these people are doing it, So it worked out to his advantage. But he's like, "But now all these people are complaining about $100 a month."
Right.
And I was like, "So let's try this. Let's do I think this is one of the trials I tried. I said, let's do what was it? It was 6 classes for $15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like get them to agree to pay something so it's easier for them to pay more.
Correct. So they came in and my dad I said, now this is what I want you to do, Dad. When they walk in the door, the reality is they're probably going to pay, if they pay they're probably going to pay with card or cash. Yeah. Most likely they're going to come with cash because they don't expect you to take card. Right. I have that happen in my business all the time. So this is what I want you to do. They're not going to come in with a 10 and a 5. They're going to come in with a $20 bill. Exactly. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to say, hey, for an extra $5, you can get a uniform with your program, and then that your child is going to blend in to the class better, and then they're going to feel like that they're more part of the class. And a couple things happen. The kid is going to feel like that they're not going to feel awkward, because when you're on a floor full of a bunch of kids and they all have uniforms and you're in a sweatshirt and pants, or jeans, you feel weird. You feel like the sore thumb. And then the other thing that happens is the student feels like they're actually part of the program, and the parents take ownership, everyone, and it's easier to upgrade them and get them to enroll in the actual program for $5.
Yeah. So let me see if I get this straight. You're running a 6-session for $15 special, right?
Yep.
And they come in, you go like, look, for an extra $5, you can get the uniform, and then you list the reasons for it, and then they just say, screw it, why not? Then that increases the chances of them signing up for long term, being part of the program, genuinely being part of that community, that culture. Is that was that intentional? Is that an expert secret to the martial arts industry?
That is 100% expert secret. You have to so inside the martial. So I've been doing martial arts a long time, and I understand the psychological part of it. You have to get the people to love the program. You know what I mean? It's just like in sales. If they like you, they'll trust you. If they trust you, they'll buy from you. It's the same thing inside of the school. If they like the program, they'll consider signing up, or they'll sign up, and then they'll pay you more money to upgrade to like a leadership program or whatever. And those are typically $150 to $200 a month.
That's absolutely fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. So for anyone like just watching, just tuning in, or who didn't listen for the past like 15 minutes, like Jamie explicitly showed the fact that like free does not mean you're going to have long-term success. Like the first 2 weeks are going to be like, this is amazing. Conversion rates are going to be bad. It's going to be gross. They're not going to want to renew with you. And then Jamie was saying, if you simply run a dollar-driven offer in the beginning, you're going to pre-filter out all the people who don't want to pay money. You get them coming in. Once they spend some money, it's easier for them to spend a lot more money. Like it's highly unlikely you're going to go from free to $100 a month, right?
Correct.
More likely they go on.
Which let me just add something. So I've done some other schools, and what I found is that the schools that bring them in, that bring in the lead, and then try to upgrade them on the spot and use the voucher. Let's say it's 6 classes for $15.
Right.
If they try to use that voucher as a discount off of the program, they will not upgrade. Right. They will not. I promise you, I had schools, they were getting 100 leads a month or more. And then they were complaining to me, they were saying, we're just not getting the people. We're going to have to discontinue to recoup some of the money.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't understand how this town that my dad is in has 111,000 people, has a median household married income of 46 grand, which is under the national average, can do. And then in a town, this other town has a median income of like 70,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're not getting people. I just don't understand, and it came down to the fact is they're not letting the program sell itself.
Right.
So
that's like the interesting part, because people watching this, the default in their head is like they think they're Facebook ads marketers. That's totally not the case. Like you can get all the Facebook ads you want. You got to take care of step 2 of that follow-up of that next step. So you literally have to teach your client, your customer, and if you're in the case doing martial arts, you're like, here's how you convert better, right? Like it's not okay to send 300 leads to a small guy who barely knows how to text. It's not going to happen. He's not going to keep you. He's not going to see value.
Yes.
But if you send a smaller number with a plan to convert, the guy's going to make so much money, he's going to want to pay you more month after month after month. And there's people in this group that are having this challenge right now because they're still trying to scale their agency and grow and figure it out. They keep trying to say to themselves, more leads is better. More leads is not better. More sales and conversions and students are better. So that was like Jamie's approach. So if that's like an interesting insight to anybody on this live, just leave a comment saying, yeah, that was awesome. I want to go through some of these comments because there's like interesting statements.
Yeah.
Knock out. So guys, if you have any comments.
And I'm going to be completely honest. I forgot to plug my computer in. So I might and I got 12%. I'm going to run to my kitchen and run back. Give me like 15 seconds. I'll be right back.
That's so funny. Jamie's awesome. That's hilarious. All right, cool. So Cliff, what's going on? He's at 12%. Fred, what's happening? Nikos, what's happening? Sean, what's going on? Mark Levine, good to see you. Mark, we're in South Miami. If you ever want to stop by, I've got like a pretty cool digital studio. Luis Alvarado's coming too. I think like the comments for Be Live are always like messed up or something like that. I'm gonna check the live comments.
It's all good. Got it.
Yeah. All right.
The live stream is soaking my battery. I was literally watching going tick, tick, tick. I mean, I was at like 60% when we started. And I'm like, holy shit.
Like that's gone. There's no more battery.
Yeah.
So Cliff says, what if people are used to seeing the free week ad? How do we change that thought process, that mentality? Does it matter? Or do we just like start running the $15 special immediately?
Yeah. So let's see here. So ask me the question again so I can think of the best answer possible.
What if people are used to seeing the free week ad? So like his thinking is everyone's so used to saying free week for martial artists that you have to like play that, right? So does that mean you think
here's
special?
Well, here's the thing. You're going to get better qualified people in the door if you charge. There's no, like, I've been in the martial arts industry. I can't even talk, since I was 8 years old. And I've been seeing the 30 days free literally my entire career, or however you want to say it. The back of business card says 30 days free, all that. Okay. I'm telling you right now, if I would just say jump in and give it a shot, I will say the best ad that I've found that converts the best. Okay. And I'm going to give this just because, Jeff, you're my friend, and I don't necessarily want to give this away and having everyone in the country running this ad, but it works the best. And I'll give it away as a little secret. And it is 10 classes for $27 with a free uniform. For some reason, I have done this ad. I have ran multiple different, classes versus pay. Yeah. I've done, I did one that was 30 days for $1.
Yeah.
30 days instead of free, we did it for $1. And it did not convert the bet. Like, for some reason, 10 classes. Another one. Never say weeks. Always say classes. Never do 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever weeks. Say how many classes. I've personally split test this. It does not work. It does not work as well as just saying classes. People want to know how many classes they're going to get with their money. They don't want to know how many weeks, because the weeks could mean, I only get to come once a week. There's too many questions going on inside people's minds. And we all know a confused mind never converts.
Yeah, I like that. A confused mind never converts. That's really smart. So you're saying that when you're running your ads, don't say like 6 weeks free or 4 weeks free. Just say 10 classes for X dollars, 6 classes for X dollars.
Correct.
Then the math makes a lot more sense, right?
Correct. Yep.
Very cool. And so for anybody watching, the whole idea is that you want to get people paying you something, because it's easier for them to pay you more money over time. The goal is to get conversions, not leads. It's lead sales conversions. Once you master the sales and conversions process, you're going to make an F ton of money with your agency. Correct. Pretty darn effectively. So for the $27 special, how much does the gi cost? Is that
great question? Well, obviously it depends. So every industry, so there's different styles of martial arts. Okay. So if you're talking to a judo, like a judo school, typically their uniform, gi, whatever you want to call it, is a lot heavier weight. A lot. Yeah. Because you grab it, you turn. Exactly. Like I typically end up with taekwondo schools or karate schools, happy to do a judo school, happy to do whatever as long as, it's inside the martial arts industry, I can typically do it. I understand the industry, but the reality is most of the time a uniform only costs $9 to $12. Yeah. It's not that expensive, maybe 15 max, but the intro program isn't designed to put tons of money in your pocket. Yeah. It's, as you know, it's there to get people in the door, get them to love the program, and get them to sign up.
Yeah. Beautiful. So that's like your sales funnel process, right? Like, get them to come in, they're covering their costs, they're paying for the gi. Now you've got a class filled, and then you start that conversion process. You get them addicted to it, into the culture and all that stuff.
Correct.
So you're not losing money on the front end. You're making money on the back end, right?
Correct. You're pretty much breaking. So a school, like my dad, a lot of times will make a little bit or break even in the front end.
Yeah.
As far, from paying for the ads, paying for the uniforms, and paying for the ads, paying for the uniforms. He'll make some money depending on which program we're doing. We're getting ready to run a new one right now. We're going to give this one a shot. We're going to do 14 classes for $47. So we're going to up it and see how that works.
Yeah, because maybe those people are more serious about converting stronger, better, faster than the $27 people, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So maybe like your cost per lead goes up, but it doesn't matter because those people convert at double the rate or something like that.
Exactly.
So how do you measure that campaign ROI? Do you just have the conversation saying, did this person convert, and you check it on like a sheet? How do you know if those people are converting over like 6 months or 60 days or anything like that?
Great question. Well, I follow the Jeff Miller plan. So I am like the guy that, listen, if it works for someone else, it works for me. Yeah. Like I don't try to reinvent the wheel at all. I'm not that kind of guy. So what happens is when I get a lead, okay, I don't have to do this with my dad so much, but my other clients, I do. because I know my dad is like a hound dog when it comes to his leads. He what he does is he prints off the lead and then he takes notes when he called them, what they said, and then he draws a line and then he calls them 3 times. If they don't answer, he figures they weren't really that interested and then he throws it away.
Yeah.
But what I do is when I first started, I would get a text message, saying your dad got a lead.
I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my God.
God bless you. And your germs too.
Oh my God. I'm so glad I did that on live TV. Oh my God. You ran out of battery and I sneezed in the middle of it. Fantastic.
Oh, so I will call. I will say, hey, Dad, or I'll say, hey, Mr. Smith, or whatever. I said, hey, you got 5 leads the other day. Jennifer, Janet, blah blah blah. Did any of them come in? How's that working? Basically, I'm trying to figure out where they're going wrong.
Yeah.
Because it works. It's not hard. Yeah. But the problem is most martial artists are atrocious at sales. They can teach a class, they can get a kid excited and teach a great class, but when it comes to asking for the sale, they are scared out of their wits.
Yeah.
And they just don't believe, or they don't believe that the money they're asking is worth what they're asking or whatever, Their program isn't worth $100 a month. Well, that's something you need to work on with your heart, dude, because the reality is you bring massive value to these people's lives. And so that's where that is.
Gotcha. So you do I call it the automatic updating customer database. It's just like a ClickFunnels to Zap to Google Sheet type thing, right? Is that what you're using, or some type of how do you keep all this?
Yeah, good question. I probably don't do it as fancy as you. I just open my phone and look at all the text messages. I should probably do it awesome like you, but I just don't.
It's 3.5 minutes of setup, and then it's perfect. It's just on Google Sheets and all that.
Oh, it does it automatically?
Yeah, every time.
I have to have you show me how to do it, because I do it I'm like, okay, did Janet Smith call you?
Right.
Or did you get a hold of them? Now my dad has gotten I've asked him enough times now that normally he just texts me.
Right.
A lead will come through, and 15 minutes later, he'll text me and say, I just scheduled an appointment with Bob. It's awesome. I don't even have to contact.
I'll just get perfect client. That's
he awesome. Really is. He really is.
That's absolutely fantastic. So we're kind of coming to the end of the 45-minute interview. Steph says Jeff sneezes ugly. That's great.
I mean, you did go off screen.
Yeah, I sneezed off screen. But yeah, so for anybody that's staying on board that watched the end of this, we have something really cool and really exciting. So if you feel like Jamie could really help you level up and take that next step, whether it's converting ads better, whether it's figuring out sales processes better, how to have that conversation with your client, if you want to approach a mattress store and you don't know what to say, if you want to approach a martial artist studio, you don't know what to say, he's going to take 3 15-minute appointments with anybody on this live, but he's only taking 3. So if you're interested, the first person to say, I want it, then you get that 15-minute interview or conversation with Jamie Eldridge. He's going to show you everything you need to get up and running fast, have conversations with potential mattress store companies who are secret $1 million companies, have the conversations with martial arts companies, which could turn into a $5,000 or $10,000 a month account for you. So if you want it, type I want it, and then I will connect you with Jamie, and you're going to have a free 15-minute strategy session with him on how to connect that correctly. So it's super cool. Denise, James are waiting on one more. Yeah, it's going to come in 2 seconds, and then we're filled. So Denise, James, and Cliff, you're the first 3. So I'm going to send an intro message for the 3 of you, and then you guys can connect and things like that. But if there was any so I think the 3 expert secrets that we unveiled today are, number 1, when you're selling bots, you could sell more leads, but most times businesses want time savings. Is that about right? Is that what you found the big reason for your bot, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. The second big expert secret is you have to have an offer that isn't free. You got to charge for it. And the third expert secret is incorporating the $5, something like that. Can you go over that again?
Yeah. So basically, if you can just think about how the people are going to pay. So think about how the people are going to pay. Are they going to pay, so let's say you got to think about what you're going to charge and how can you get more money inside of that.
Yeah.
You know, in that particular offer, we didn't give away a free uniform. You know what I mean? So, but you could get them in and say, hey, you know, for an extra $5, we'll give you an additional 3 classes or whatever.
So this like is the idea in my head. Do you think it would be better say like $20 in free uniform or $15 with a $5 upsell? My hypothesis is that the martial arts studio is going to have better selling with the 15 plus 5 than the 20 plus free, because free, like, that always like drives down your nose and drives down your business, right? Like it just doesn't work.
Well, you don't want to be the free guy in town. You know what I mean? You're as far as like martial arts or whatever industry you're in, you don't want to be the free one. You want to be the one that's charging. You know what I mean? I would rather go personally. I would rather go to, you know, the restaurant that, you know, has all the organic food. It looks pretty when it hits the plate. You know, it comes there and they serve nice bottles of wine. Then go to freaking McDonald's and have a cheeseburger for $1.
Right. Like imagine if one day McDonald's like, here's a free cheeseburger. You're like, no, man, get out of here. I don't want any of that. Like, that's super gross. No, thank you. Yeah. And so when you are running ads that say free, you're doing the same exact thing unknowing. You're filling them with a bunch of leads that won't convert, and then you're going to lose an account 1 or 2 months in. If you want to scale your agency, keep your customers, get them spending more money with you, start with an ad that has a real honest, driven dollar relationship, and you're going to see results just like Jamie. And I think you're on track to start rolling this out like statewide, national wide, or something like that. Like you've got a webinar going up. Like you're going to be like,
yeah, I have
the thing, right?
Yeah. Yep. So I'm going to be basically looking. So kind of my 6 to 10 month plan or 12-month plan. I don't know how fast you could go. You never know how fast it is
tomorrow.
Right? Yeah. So I want to basically, I'm going to start building a group on Facebook of martial arts school owners, and then build a course designed for those school owners to be able to do this themselves. Because the reality, there's no one out there teaching martial arts schools how to do it themselves. Right. You know, and I love the martial art industry. I have a strong passion for it. I love seeing kids' lives changed, because 80% of martial arts students are kids.
Yep.
And if I have one more expert secret. Yes. If you're doing a martial arts secret, if you're doing a martial arts school, I want you to think about the society right now. Everyone's freaking out about bullying. Everyone's freaking out about, you know, someone's feelings being hurt. If your ad looks like 2 kids fighting, okay, or defending themselves or something, you're going to drive your conversions down. Think about this PC freaking society we live in right now. Do not, like, oh my gosh, it drives me crazy. Like, I see these ads come up. I'm just like, did you not think about, you know, all the crap news that we have right now and the way it looks to the consumer? Look at it and be like, okay, what's the thought process someone's going to have when they see this? You don't want your consumer to think, you're teaching my kid how to fight. Yeah. I don't want my kid in martial arts because they're going to beat up the other kids. Yeah. Like, screw that. Have a kid smiling. Like, have a kid smiling there, staying there in uniform, you know, like, and have on, you know, free uniform, you know, like, you know, it's got to look.
There's somebody in my inner circle and they're doing martial arts ads. And I immediately sent them text message back. I was like, this looks like you're training kids on how to do a fight club. Do not do that. Do not have an under 13-year-old fight club. Wrong.
Thank you.
Like,
yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
So that's super awesome. So that's kind of the end of it, Jamie. I feel like you're on an amazing path, an awesome journey. Your life story is super cool. And I know that, like, in your heart, it's awesome to say, like, you helped your dad after he's helped you out your whole life. So that's super way to give back. Thanks so much, everybody. This will be in the group or somewhere like that. And if you saw value in this, or if you're watching a replay, just do #replay. Jamie, we'll talk soon. All right. Thanks so much.
God bless you guys.